What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Jaime, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and trade Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles, definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description. Now, me and Jaime are having a PU battle today. And even though, Alolan SandSHREW and Aurora SandSHREW, rose to any by usage statistics, my mans does not want to give up on the brainless Aurora Veil offense dream because he's packing Abomasnow and SandSHREW, not SandSLASH, Alolan SandSHREW, so I can respect that. And then he has like 4 godly PU Pokemon, the Aurora Veil Classic. As I'm using a pretty fun team featuring, Combuskin, Roselia, Grumpig, Mawile, Weakness Policy Drifblim, and my Z move, Mightyena. So, looking like a pretty fun looking battle. I'm very concerned about that Turtonator because if it gets a free Shell Smash off, I literally get 6 0'd. So that's mildly concerning, but we're going to see if we can persevere. So turn 1, I'm anticipating the Abomasnow lead because, like, let's be real, he has Aurora Veil offense, so he's going to lead off with Abomasnow, and then he's going to bring in the SandSHREW, and then he's going to set the Veils, and then he's going to 6-0 me with Shell Smash Turtonator. So that's my opponent's goals. I knew that without even, like, just a common analysis skills. I'm like, yeah, he's going to try and get that Shell Smash ASAP just to make my day a lot worse. So he's going to actually pivot into Musharna on the Fire Blast, but I do miss. A little bit unfortunate, but I really would not have done that much damage because I am Combuskin. And I am modest max special attack, but it still would not have done that much damage regardless. And I'm not trying to stay in here and take a Psyche or give this thing some Recon Mine, so I decided to actually switch out of here. And I'm going to pivot into my Edgy Verlis, my Mightyena, the perfect Mightyena nickname if I do say so myself. My opponent's actually going to pull a double and bring in the SandSHREW because he knew I was going to switch out, so it was the perfect opportunity for him to double switch and bring in the SandSHREW so I can set up that Veil, the very skillful Aurora Veil. Now this is actually my Z Snatch Mightyena, but I didn't want to reveal Snatch yet because unlike it's so funny, the 2 games I bring my Snatch Mightyena, I'm facing freaking Aurora Veil offense. Like, what the hell? If you guys remember this Mightyena, so I also faced Aurora Veil with the recent battle I used as Mightyena set in. So unfortunately I don't carry Fire Fang on this one. It would have been very nice to have Fire Fang in the situation, but I don't. My opponent's going to bring in a Turtonator there, as I'm just going to go straight for the Stab Crunch with the Aurora Veil. It's going to do 0. I get a defense lower, but it still did 0, and yeah, this Turtonator is looking like a pretty big threat. I do outspeed it, so he'll get the Shell Smash off after I attack, so you shouldn't be too afraid of Shell Smash here, especially with the Veil up. So instead of going for the Crunch, I go for Snatch. Now, if you guys don't know what Snatch does, it steals your opponent's like stat boosting moves, the recovery moves, they're like Aurora Veil. You can snatch so many moves, and this Mightyena has the Dark EMZ, so we're going to steal his Shell Smash, effectively preventing the Turtonator from 6-0ing my team. And now, I know the Veil's up, and I know Turtonator has really high defenses. I know I'm at +2, and I got -1 defense thanks to the Crunch, but I don't want to risk it. I'm going to go for my Dark Z move because I know Turtonator's really bulky on the physical side because I just remember seeing it when it first came out, and I'm like, holy crap, this Pokemon's going to be like a really fat physical wall. And then I realized it learned Shell Smash, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's just going to be another Shell Smash sweeper. But it's cool how we have a Fire type besides from Cargo to get Shell Smash, which is pretty damn sweet, honestly. So, Chibaku Tensei is going to knock out the Turtonator, and we're going to get a Moxie boost. So now we're at +3 attack, and we're looking pretty good right now. As now my opponent's going to bring in the Kling Klang, and we should be able to outpace this thing and be able to knock him out with a Crunch. So I'm going to go straight for Stab Crunch at +3 attack, and Kling Klang absolutely eats that up for breakfast. Like, that did 0. So it just shows how weak Mightyena is and how strong Aurora Veil is in comparison. Since my opponent did not set up that Aurora Veil there, I'm pretty sure he would have actually gotten swept by that Mightyena. So a little bit unfortunate, but I wasn't going to throw away my Mightyena sweep considering I stole away a Shell Smash. So I wanted to see if I can kill him, but that Crunch was very underwhelming when it comes to damage output. So gotta bring in my Mawile here to get the Intimidate, but then I forgot Kling Klang gets Clear Body, so my Intimidate does not work. And now Kling Klang's going to switch on out of here, and he's going to bring in his Musharna, anticipating knockoff. So my opponent brings in Musharna, right? And I'm like, I'm just going to knock off this thing's Color Berry or its Lefties, no big deal. But my opponent is packing that Weakness Policy Musharna, and thank you. You make a dad very proud. Thank you, guys. You use Weakness Policy on a Pokemon I didn't expect, and now I guarantee you this Musharna carries stored power. So Aurora Veil offense with Weakness Policy Musharna, I can respect that, man. Like, props to you. I go for Toxic because I realize how absolutely fucked I am if this Musharna gets too many kills, and I need to get the poison on it, or if I even want a chance of winning this game, because this thing can honestly clean up from here. If it's Trick Room, I don't think it's going to be Trick Room, but if it's Trick Room Weakness Policy, oh my god, I would get obliterated. But thankfully, we're able to get the poison off on it initially. Now, I'm actually going to choose to pivot into my Piglet here, my Grumpig, because I want to save my Mawile for the Zangoose in the back. So I'm going to pivot into Stored Power here with my Grumpig, as it takes over half because of the Calm Mind and Weakness Policy boost. I was kind of confused when my opponent didn't go for the Stored Power to begin with, but I guess he only had plus 4 boosts, which makes 80 base power, so it would have made it, I think it's 100 base power Stored Power, which honestly isn't all that much. Now, I think Stored Power is at 140 base power because my opponent's at plus 6 stat boost, so it's looking pretty bad for me. But yeah, my opponent's going to go for the Signal Beam here. My opponent must have not got the memo that Malamar did get rose to NUBA usage, so there's no reason to run Signal Beam on every single Psychic type in the PU tier anymore. I recommend running Dazzling Gleam. I don't know if Musharna gets Dazzling Gleam. I would assume it does, but I'm honestly not too sure. It looks like it should. It looks like a Fairy type to me. I don't know. If Musharna was a Fairy Psychic type, could you imagine that? Oh my god, it'd be so bulky. Like, it already is really bulky. Like, don't get me wrong, but like having a Fairy typing to just pivot into like Dark, and man, Fairy typing is so good. Having another Psychic Fairy type. There's too many Psychic Fairy types in the game. There's like Gardevoir, and then there's Mr. Mime, and then there's Tapu Lele. I thought they would make the Pixies like Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf Fairy Psychic typing in Generation 6, but they never did that, so I was kind of confused. But they made Gramble, you know, Fairy type, because that makes sense, yep. So yeah, we're gonna go for Side Shock here because we're forced to sub-Toxic Stall this freaking Musharna down, because unless he carries a Cleric or Heal Bell on this Musharna, I should be able to just whittle him down with Poison. That's why I keep going for Substitute here, because obviously I can't set up on this Musharna, but I'm trying to Toxic Stall it because this is literally my only option. I'm missing the Fire Blast earlier on, didn't really help, because now it's at a lot higher of HP than it should be, but it's not a big deal, honestly. I'm going to go for the Side Shock here, just because I'm typing Max Turd anyway. So Side Shock, I actually get a pretty nice crit here, which probably didn't matter, because he would have died from Poison anyways, but Stored Power is going to knock out my Piglet, and we're able to deal with the Musharna, thankfully. That Weakness Policy Musharna definitely came in clutch for my opponent. Got rid of 2 Pokemon, and I don't know, it worked pretty well for him. I actually only got rid of Grumpig, actually, so I guess I didn't really do all that much work thanks to my Sub-Toxic strategy, the nice, skillful strategy to work around the Musharna. But now, my opponent's going to bring in a Abomasnow, and my Roselia in this battle is absolutely useless, because he has Kling Klang, I can't touch it. Abomasnow and Alolan SandSHREW, solo freaking Roselia, Turtonator solos Roselia. Freaking Zangoose one-shots Roselia, so it's not looking so great for Roselia in this battle. He actually makes a nice play pivoting into the Sludge Bomb, and now he can set up the Aurora Veil again. It actually looks like Alolan SandSHREW is like wearing a hoodie or something, I don't know, or SandSHREW rather. Alolan SandSHREW looks like it's wearing a hoodie or something over its head, which is pretty funny. But now I'm going to bring in my Drifloon here, because I'm fishing for the Icicle Sphere or the Icicle Crash, but he's going to go for the Aurora Veil here. And I'm going to just go for Calm Mind, because I'm pretty sure I could take an Icicle Crash from this thing if he wants to go for that move. But he's going to make the smart play, switching it just to save it for Aurora Veil later on. Going to bring back in the Abomasnow, as now I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. Now I should be able to outspeed this Abomasnow, because I am max speed, or near max speed. I have like 150 speed EVs, and I don't think his Abomasnow is max speed. But I could be wrong. I do decide just to risk it anyway, because there's no reason not to at this point, as he actually ends up being faster than me, and he's going to blow me away with a Blizzard. So a little bit unfortunate. We're going to lose Child Taker. It's unable to do anything in this battle, as he actually ends up being an offensive Life Orb Abomasnow with the mixed set apparently. So I'm going to bring in Combuskin here. I'm pretty behind in the battle at the moment. I'm going to go for Protect. Combuskin can win me Lake Game though if I successfully stall out the Aurora Veil turns, as here he does reveal the Earthquake, which tells me he's probably a mix of Abomasnow with Ice Shard and Earthquake and stuff. But yeah, we're going to keep getting speed boosts, as we should be able to outpace this Abomasnow now, and we're able to connect the Fire Blast this time around, and we should be able to knock this thing out even through the Aurora Veil. So thankfully the Abomasnow does go down. This Pokemon was a pretty big threat to my team by itself. It coupled with Aurora Veil was just really scary. Like, I know Aurorus and Alolan SandSHREW were allowed in PU for a long time, but Aurora Veil with SandSHREW is still more intimidating than I realized. I mean, I saw it coming too from a mile away, because he had a freaking Alolan SandSHREW on his team and Abomasnow, but I still fell for the Aurora Veil, because Aurora Veil is just a fair and balanced move. And people are running freaking fodder Pokemon like SandSHREW just to get up Aurora Veil. Like, it's, like, I don't know, people think it's so good, and it is, but like, really? Like, are you so thirsty to use Brainless Aurora Veil offense that you use Alolan SandSHREW? Like, come on, fam. But yeah, he's gonna reveal a quick attack here. I'm like, oh great, I should be able to live it. Connect Focus Blast, but of course, Focus Miss, you know, never ceases to amaze us, and unfortunately the Zangoose, it may have not knocked him out, but it definitely would have done enough damage to the point where I would have been able to Poison Stall him or something like that. So now I'm going to bring in my Munchies here, my Mawile here, expecting Facade or Quick Attack once again, as my opponent is going to go for Quick Attack just to play it safe. And here I was very tempted to double switch out, expecting him to bring in Kling Klang, because if I did that, I'd have more offensive momentum. I can Fire Blast the Klinklang, and considering it's at around half HP, it should be able to do the job. And since Aurora Veil does wear off, it would have been my best play, but I did not want to risk him staying in here and going for Swords Dance or something, so he's going to bring in the Klinklang here. And I'm going to go for the knockoff, because I'm trying to knock off this Klinklang's item. I could have play roughed, because I thought Zangoose would want to switch out, but like, I don't know, I thought knockoff was the better play. If he stayed in with Zangoose, that was fine. But yeah, in comes Klinklang. He's going to go for the gear grind here. I'm hoping I could tank this rather nicely, but then I forgot that I actually don't resist steel as a steel type because of my fairy typing, and I'm like, oh, awkward. So I don't resist gear grind. It does do a lot more damage thanks to a critical hit, and Play Rough is unable to KO him from that range because I am in the defensive Intimidate variant on Mawile instead of a Sheer Force power variant. I like the Sheer Force Mawile too, but a defensive Mawile definitely works pretty well in PU tier considering we have like gods like Zangoose and like other pretty strong dark types as well, and Mawile's quick work of dark types. So Gear Grind, we're able to live it at 2 HP, which is pretty cool, pretty clutch, and we're able to knock out the Klinklang with the Play Rough, and down goes that monster. But the freaking, whatchamacallit, I don't even remember what's about to be sent out. The Zangoose is still a massive threat to my team because now that my Munchies has been weakened, I apologize guys, I just got back from a freaking 9.5-hour shift at work, so my brain's a little bit fried, but it's okay, we're gonna persevere with this narration. My opponent's gonna go for Facade here. I'm just gonna sack off Zyra because it literally does nothing at this point, and I'm trying to get the Intimidate on the Zangoose once again, so I can bring in Combustion and hopefully take a quick attack, but it's looking pretty bleak at this point. Missing that Focus Blast earlier on in the game kind of screwed me over because he definitely would have been at a range of health where Poison would have probably knocked him out. Because Focus Blast, even with the Aurora Veil, it may have not one-shot, even though it stabbed super effective Life Orb, it probably would have done like at least 70 to 80% and brought him down to the point where I could Protect Stall and just knock him out with, you know, Combustion, but then with Protect and Poison and stuff. But, you know, Focus Miss and Fire Miss come through in this battle, and we're going to lose, you know, narrow 0-1 loss to Jaime. It was still a very close battle, and it really goes to show how scary Aurora Veil can be, and my opponent made me very, very proud using Weakness Policy Musharna. It was actually the first time a Weakness Policy Pokemon has caught me off guard, and I'll give my opponent that much. So that was a very fun battle, Jaime. Thanks for the battle. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, as it was a pretty close and intense Wi-Fi battle, if I do say so myself. A little bit hacksy, but what are you gonna do? If you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle and want to support my channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it is the best way to show your support towards my YouTube channel, and it's much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. I just love you. That's pretty much it. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, do you think that Aurora Veil should be banned from the PU metagame? Let me know in the comments down below, as I saw a discussion of it going on in the PU showdown chat when I was making some PU teams the other day, or just looking for more Pokemon to breed for the PU tier. But yeah, I definitely think that Aurora Veil should definitely get looked at. Maybe not like quick banned, but definitely like if people are running freaking Alolan SandSHREW to use Aurora Veil, maybe the move's a little bit strong. Just a hunch, man. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you think Aurora Veil should be banned from the PU metagame. And I'm not just saying it should be banned because I lost. That is not why, because I definitely could have won this game if it wasn't for the hacks. I figured I would just clarify that. But thank you guys so much for watching till the end. I'll check you guys in my next video. Bye.